wanted to talk to you today a little bit about playing guitars with others. Have you had those opportunities? It's so much fun. I love to sit down with other people and play. I don't do it enough. We have a really great jam group here in the area that I live, and I haven't been going to it, and I need to get back to it because I miss the friendship. I miss hearing other people play, and I miss playing together with them. It's just so much fun. But anyways, I'm sitting here today with a Yamamoto guitar. He's a wonderful luthier. He was building in the Bay Area when I got this one. It's made with cocobolo. It's got 3 bevels on it. Absolutely beautiful orchestra model instrument in terms of size, and it's just gorgeous. You can hear the sound, and it's got some strings that need to be changed out, but even with that, you'd never know it. This is how it rings out. Amazing. Anyways, but that's not what I was going to talk to you about today. It just so happens that it's the guitar I'm playing around with. But I wanted to talk about learning to play guitar together with other people. And I have 4 things I'd like to kind of bring forward for you to think about. That if you get an opportunity to play with others, to kind of keep these things in mind. And it'll help you. It'll go a long ways. So let me just get right into it for the sake of time. And the first one is you got to listen. Okay, so if you're playing with other people, and sometimes we can get caught up in our own sound and listening to it, and we forget to listen to others. And you miss something in that because you could possibly miss the actual rhythm. You could be playing too loud and not realize that's happening. And so you've got to listen to hear those things, to make sure that you're blending, to make sure your level is blending, the key you're in is blending, basically it's the rhythm as well, to make sure you're on with the rhythm. Let me get some water here. I don't know, must be allergy season around here. So yeah, so listen to blend. I guess we'll put it that way. Okay. So my point 2 is keep it simple, okay? Sometimes a little goes a long ways when you're playing. I mean, you might be able to, play, with great embellishment, but sometimes it doesn't fit, okay? So listen to the music, blend with that person, sometimes there's a place for embellishing, especially if people are backing off to give you the highlight. That's your chance. Take it and enjoy it. But when you're playing together, sometimes when someone's going off and doing their own thing, it takes away from the blend. Let's just put it that way, okay? Only you will know. You have to listen to know when too much is too much. Okay, sometimes too much is right, okay, but sometimes it's not, and you've got to listen to and to make that judgment. And so keep it simple. Little goes a long ways, and sometimes not playing, okay, and I guess that comes down to preferring one another's. I think a good example of this is bluegrass players. They have it really down. I'm telling you, you listen to them play, they'll be playing on stage and they'll have, 5 or 6 different instruments, and they'll all back off and they'll let the banjo shine, or let and they'll take the lead and they'll just go with it. I mean, to me, it sounds great. The mandolin, the guitar, the bass, everybody gets a chance. And I love that. I love that style. So I think that's called preferring one another to me, or letting someone else shine in the spotlight. It really goes a long way. So look for opportunities to do that. Back off when you're playing sometimes. You'll be surprised when you back off, that person knows, oh, they want me to play here. And they'll go and they'll come up with something that's absolutely fantastic, or it'll just sound really, really good. So don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to not play, okay? Or to back off in your playing. Look for those opportunities. And again, only you'll know when it's the right time to do that. But do look for those opportunities. And then my fourth point, to kind of keep the video down in time, want to get right to this, is that sometimes when somebody's playing in one key, say like in the upper register, if you know how to play that same key, if they're in the first position and you know how to play it up here, take that opportunity. It sounds awesome when you do that. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're playing in C. Okay? And they're going to C, and they're going to A minor. And then they go to F. And then they go to G. And then they go to C. Okay? So that's what they're playing. Probably a lot of songs just with those chords in that progression. Okay? So if you decide, okay, I'm going to play in C too, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a capo on the 5th fret. And in doing so, you know that if you play chords G, E minor, C, and D, you're playing in that same chord. You're playing C, A minor, F, and G, okay? Because you capoed it up. Because you know that now that G is a C. Listen, I'll take it off and prove it. It's the same thing. But you know that if you put the capo here and play G, you're now in C. And you're up higher. And it just blends. It's so beautiful. And then if you go to the A minor, the E minor, there's your A minor right there. And there is your F. It's a C shape. And then the D shape is the G. And so you'll hear it. It's the same thing. Now there's another way you can do it too. And it's without the capo. I can play those same chords up here. Well, they're like partial chords. Of course, you could do some barring, but I don't think it's necessary. If you want to, you can. But I can play a C chord at the 8th fret by using the F shape. And there it is. That's C, right? Hear it? That's the F shape at the 8th fret. Now I can play the A minor by using the D minor shape at the 8th fret. Okay, so if we are playing the F shape, that's the C, there's the D minor, that's the A minor, and then if you make the D shape at the 5th fret, that's an F. Move up 2 frets, there's the G, the 7th fret, back to C. So I just played those same chords by using different shapes up the fingerboard. And so it reminds you of the cage system, if you know anything about that. And it is something you can look up online and learn about, because it'll teach you how to find chords using shapes all the way up the fingerboard. And then another way to do it is just look them up. Go get yourself a really good app, look up C, and you'll see a whole bunch of different ways to play it. They'll give you many examples. And I think it's a good idea that if you really want to add to your toolbox, is to every week, just pick a week, or maybe 2 weeks, it might take you longer, pick one chord, okay? Say you're going to start with a G chord, or say you're going to, well, let's start with a C chord. And then throughout the week, find where C is at, everywhere and learn how to play that chord. Just for those weeks, focus on it till you get it down. Okay, and then the next week or the next couple weeks, pick another chord, do D. Okay, I know I can do it here. I can move up to the 7th fret. There it is there. And then there's many places to play D. And so learn how to do that. And work on that for a couple weeks. And then pick another chord. And you'll find that in time, you'll know a whole bunch of them. And when you're playing with somebody else, you'll be able to go down there and pull that off. And when you're playing with somebody else, it sounds awesome. To me, it sounds great. You can do it with a capo. It's great too. It's wonderful. And then you can do it by learning those chords. All right. So that's my point today. Listen, keep it simple, play and sometimes don't play or prefer one another, and learn those chords. Learn how to play in different places on the fingerboard, or learn to use a capo, and just get creative when you're playing with others, and it's a lot of fun. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it there, and I want to remind everyone, as I always do, on the 27th, we have another live coming up. It will be at 6 o'clock at night here in the United States on the West Coast on a Tuesday. That's August 27th. So join us for about a half an hour, and I'll take questions, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to have on the agenda this time. Last time I showed you my hallway of strings. I'll come up with something, and we'll have fun with that. And so I'm going to leave it right there, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world.